Science has an accent? Fun Fact Edition!
Hello, and welcome to Science Has an Accent, the podcast where curiosity meets optimism. I'm Kiri Shafto, and in a world often dominated by alarming headlines about climate change, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or powerless. But today we're flipping the script. Instead of focusing on doom and gloom, we're shining a light on the remarkable progress being made all around the globe. In this episode, we'll be joined by 4 fun fact experts who will share some of the most surprising and uplifting climate change fun facts. So let's get started. First of all, we'll be talking to Fatma Hassanpour. What have you got for us today, Fatma?
Thank you, Kiri, for having me. Today, I want to talk about the lizard that's changing its mind and sex because of the climate change, actually. Have you heard anything about it?
No, tell us more.
That's very fun and sad, actually.
And sad. Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
you'll
No, this
see.
is fun facts.
Yeah.
Sad facts only.
So some lizards are literally changing their sex because of the climate change. Take Australia bearded dragon, for example. Normally, whether a baby lizard is male or female depends on its chromosomes, like humans. But if the eggs get too warm, even the male lizards decide to become females. That's the fun part. So thanks to rising temperatures, these lizards are basically having a sex identity crisis in the wild. Scientists have found that up to 20% of what should be male baby lizards are hatching as females. Imagine if humans did that. Oops, it's too hot. Guess I'm switching teams. This is a big deal because too many lizards become females. There won't be enough males to keep the population going. That's why we need males in total. Nature's version of a plot twist brought to you by climate change. That's all.
So interesting. So I would think that might be a way that they could continue to propagate more, because if you have more females, you only really need one male.
So
This
if
is
that
true. Yeah.
one male dies,
Yeah.
that's sad.
wow.
But females can
I
live
mean-
together.
Can you imagine the amount of work that this male would have?
At least
Yeah,
his balls
that's why I said he probably would die because of
he can't replenish enough.
that's too much for one male.
You know, when you try to have a baby, even in the human population, and, you know, when you have this fertilization period, and can you imagine, you know, the male, you know, the woman asking the male to go and to walk. It's like going
like
to
a
the factory.
lineup.
Like
They're all
on a
ovulating the
daily
exact
basis.
same
You have
day.
to do that.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, you're going to be tired at the end.
Oh, seriously?
He needs to go relax.
No
somewhere.
personal experience here, please. No, don't say that.
Just Australian lizards.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems in Australia it's happening often.
It always seems like
And
the
it's
crazy stuff
concerned.
happens in Australia.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
crazy animals.
Yeah.
Now they're all women.
Yeah. They all prefer to be
Girl
female.
power.
Yeah, no kidding.
Girls rule the world.
Yes. Even the lizards.
Next, we have Rachel Molyneux. What do you have for us today, Rachel?
Well, Kiri, I thought this one was particularly personal to you, and I think you're going to really enjoy this.
Oh, fantastic.
So you remember how our first fun facts, you shared with us an incredibly interesting fun fact about space?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a
The
good
farting?
one. Yes.
I thought wasn't it
It was
vomiting?
burping. It was
Oh,
not-
sorry.
can't-
no,
No
a little bit of
farting.
puke came up because you
Oh,
can't
yes,
burp
you
in
can't burp.
space.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
But we did discuss farting.
We
And
did
what-
discuss farting,
what
yes.
that would entail.
That's,
Yes.
Just to say to the audience, this was a pilot that we recorded and never ended up on air because it was so.
I think it should go on the air now.
Yeah.
So-
If
High
the last
quality.
episode is
Yes.
going on air, then the pilot needs to go on air.
If
too.
anybody wants to see that, please comment, because we can harass Jean Eric enough to get it up. So just let us know. It was a very interesting episode.
Let's make a hashtag trend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kiri shared with us that you cannot burp in space. Would you like to refresh us on that, Kiri, quick?
Well, it had to do with gravity, actually. And so the gases in your gastrointestinal tract or in your stomach could not actually separate from the solids. And so it was impossible to burp in space.
So now I'm going to share a fun fact with how burping is getting us closer to space.
Oh, do tell.
Did you know that cows, the fact about cows that's circulating is actually wrong, that they fart and they create a lot of methane gas in the atmosphere that's causing degradation of our ozone layer, right? But it's actually burping that's doing that. Yes.
So they don't fart at all?
They do fart, but
But it's
burping
not
is
messy,
the
okay.
burping is the main accumulation of methane gas, and
Why
it's
do
actually
cows get
found.
so much hate?
Cows are just out here
They're
being
just out here being a
huge-
scapegoat,
They're being
scape cow.
huge, like plants, of, like gas. But their methane, so methane in itself is 28 times more potent than carbon dioxide. And cows contribute to approximately 14.5% of global greenhouse gas emissions with this methane from their burps. And just to put that into perspective for you, our complete transportation sector, including cars, trucks, planes, and ships, all combined, is responsible for 15 to 20% of global emissions. Cows are trailing in at a close second place with 14.5% from burps alone. So sooner or later, Kira, maybe all of us are going to have trouble burping because there's not going to be an atmosphere anymore.
We're all gonna be in space.
Yeah.
Don't bring the cows.
Don't bring the
Don't bring
cows.
the cows to
No.
space.
No.
So do their burps smell?
I can't answer that, Kiri. I cannot.
I can't say. I've
I
been
don't
that
think
close
I've
to
ever
a
been.
cow.
Yeah, I think whenever I've been close to a cow, all I smell is the opposite end of it.
Maybe you just think it's the opposite end.
This
You've
could
been
be true.
socialized to believe.
A breathalyzer.
That would be
With
good.
taste bud inside.
That would be good.
Oh, God.
But yeah, that's my fun fact.
That's a good one. Nice. So next we have Camilla Cachon. What do you have for us today, Camilla?
So I feel like mine isn't that fun, to be honest.
Oh,
But
you were struggling with this assignment.
yeah, I
here.
was just kind of sad reading about all of it because I
It's
really
tough.
like the polar bears. But I apparently you can make money off climate change if you install solar panels on your roof.
Oh,
So like there's this whole thing about looking at alternative energy sources, right? And it's become a lot cheaper in the past since 2009 till about now. It's gotten a lot cheaper. So solar energy used to be about $500 per megawatt hour, and now it's around $60 per megawatt hour. So it's quite cheap compared to even other energy sources that are around 100-ish.
okay.
But what was found that there's in certain areas there's these give back programs. So if you have excess solar energy, say from installed panels that you have, you can help pay off your energy bill with your solar energy, but extra energy can go back to your local utility. So you can actually make money by giving it back to local utilities, and then you're kind of winning off.
Oh, so like selling it back to the grid.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
So if you're thinking about redoing your roof, maybe it's not that bad of
Yeah,
an
because
idea.
would you need to reinforce your roof or something? Like,
Yeah, I
would you
hear
need a
solar
little
panels are
extra-
very heavy.
Yes, but I mean, roofs are pretty strong if they can sustain so much snow on them.
That's fair, but what about snow and a solar panel?
Well,
I
don't
need
know. Maybe I'm sure
solar
there's
panel
lighter ones.
shingles.
Yeah,
that'd
little
be
ones that
cool.
you just nail in that do all the work.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Do you
The,
think can we do it in Winnipeg?
yeah, I mean, I know there's all these solar panel grids in Saskatchewan, and here it'd be really good because we get a lot of sun in the winter. The issue is just you need to have them at an angle so that the snow can glide off.
Yeah.
You can't have flat solar
Right, that
panels.
makes sense. I've seen parking lots that are covered parking lots that are solar panels, so you get shade for your cars. But
Yeah.
then there's this huge urban space that is solar panels.
Yeah, so if there's one thing, I guess you can make energy off the world
Yeah.
Yeah.
going kaputs.
Yeah.
Great,
take
thanks
the-
for that. Okay, so I'm going to go next, and we'll let Jean-Éric go last. But I'm wondering if any of you have heard coral reefs called rainforests of the sea. There's a lot of nodding. Okay, good. So they support an incredible amount of diversity of marine life, and they protect coastlines from storms. They're really important, and they've been a focus of climate change activists for a really long time. And rising ocean temperatures can cause coral reefs to bleach out, and then they're not able to support that same amount of diversity. So in 7 years, the Great Barrier Reef has experienced 4 mass bleaching events and has reduced the coral cover by up to 50% in shallow waters. So Camilla, this is part of the depressing bits that I think you were reading. But
Facts only.
But there is hope. Recent studies have shown that coral reefs might be able to adapt and survive climate change through altering its form. Experimental reefs exposed to these new oceanic conditions retained significant coral cover and biodiversity, suggesting that the reefs are a lot more resilient than we once thought. And so these efforts that we've had to restore reefs and hence reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect the coastal ecosystems are really seeing some progress and giving a fighting chance to corals. Also, the Great Barrier Reef is showing signs of recovery, with coral cover increasing in some regions despite ongoing threats. So we know there are challenges, but I think it's really important to show where progress is being made and to champion some of those pieces. Anyone been to Australia?
No, the lizards.
Yeah, they
kind of
freak me out.
scaring me.
Seriously, the lizards, the Great
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Barrier Reef, we have a theme here, I think.
That was quite interesting, though. It's always
Yeah.
good to hear when the environment's making a comeback.
Yeah.
It's good for tourism, I guess, too, because it's a big thing
Yeah.
for snorkeling, scuba
Well,
diving.
and I think the more people you have aware of what's going on, the good and the bad, then you have more people invested, right?
This is true.
And
in-
just
yeah.
the
invested.
sharks are scary out there.
The sharks are, yeah.
Did they also turn female? I feel like sharks would have that superpower,
They
too.
should. They're dying off, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
I feel like a few sharks are endangered.
I
A
feel like
ton of
we're
The great white
TikTok
ones?
scrolling right now.
Yeah.
No, a ton of sharks are.
Are they?
This is what happens when you talk with
the
this
poor
generation.
whale shark.
The whale
whale
shark, yeah.
sharks.
No, those guys are... That's tough.
Huh? This is supposed to be fun facts.
Well,
Yeah.
you gave the
You gave climate
complicated
change.
topic.
You gave climate change.
I know.
You said, let's make this fun. The
Make
world
it
is
fun.
dying.
You had one
The
job.
world is dying.
You're like, but find the good of it. Like, I'm trying.
No.
Okay, and last we'll be wrapping up with Jean-Eric. I'm sure he'll have something fun for us.
Okay, something fun for you. Do you know Marilyn Smith? She's 70, and it's an old cookbook superstar author. Do you know her?
No.
This is
Oh,
the wrong
she has,
episode.
she's actually 70 and she's on social media. So again, I'm going to back to social media to try to debunk some myth over there. And what she's promoting the fart walk. So we are very close from the cow that we just talked about, the fart walk.
Fart
And she is promoting the
walks.
fact that you need to eat a lot of fiber, and after your meal, you have to go out and you can go for a fart walk.
one with the cows.
Come here.
One with the cows is
Yeah.
what you're
Be
saying?
one with the
Yes.
cows.
So we know for a long time that, beside the joke of farting here, we know that when you go out after lunch, you can actually induce your digestive process, your stomach emptying, you activate your colon, and you digest a little bit in a better way, I would say that. Here, the fact is that also there is some indications showcasing that when you eat and after the lunch, you have an increase of glucose in your what? Guys, student. That's right. Here, biology.
Your body.
Blood circulation?
Exactly. And there is a couple of data showcasing that people who have diabetes, and if they go and have a walk let's say 60, 90 minutes after their meal, they can actually drop down the
Yeah.
level of sugar.
Exercise-mediated glucose uptake.
Oh.
Exactly. Ooh, we have a specialist here.
Not really. I just always get asked that.
She's just reading my notes.
No, this is not true. I actually didn't know that.
She's speaking on my notes.
Well, I just see
It's
a lot of
highlighted in
highlighted
pink.
things that say pink, and it says bowels, farting.
Let's pick some
Oh, he
key
flipped-
words,
he flipped the
bowel,
page.
bloating, acid reflux,
Yeah.
whatever. Exercise immediately after the meal. No, definitely.
But
So
what about the wives'
where
tale?
was that fact going? Is that all you were sharing?
Yes, you know.
That's all you were sharing?
What about burping? I am curious. Like the
burping?
cows are burping.
Yes.
So-
Is there benefit from humans burping as well?
Well, you're just getting rid of
No, I'm assuming, if you go out and you're going to fart and to burp, that's
Okay.
the reality, because you're activating actually your stomach, the digestion, the mixing of everything in your stomach. So farting, yeah, maybe it can propel you faster.
propel you faster to the toilet.
So you're suggesting us like to make ourselves fart or
No,
after
I
a
think-
To
meal
do exercise post
Exactly.
to fart?
Yeah.
to fart or to just get your
Too far away.
bowels going.
Get
Get
things
your bowels
moving.
going. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the video from this lady was just because she was promoting the fact you eat a lot of fiber, and you know what's happening when you eat a lot of fiber.
Yeah,
You're
because of
using
the
fermentation.
microbiota.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen similar facts and stuff. And
So
for
what about-
people with diabetes? I always recommend just squatting in place. 20 squats. So then you don't have to leave your desk. You can do them while you're working. You can be on a phone call. Just 20 squats. Eat something, 20 squats. Even if you're not diabetic.
Did you read my note?
No.
So what about all
I'm
these wives'
certified.
tales about like, oh, make sure you wait 90 minutes.
I think
before you
that's
go
just for swimming.
Yeah, but that's still exercise.
And I think that's
Yeah,
actually
but
been debunked too.
That is debunked, but I think that was more so riding on the fact that if you get a cramp, you'll die in the water, apparently.
Why?
but now
'Cause
you can
drown?
you can create your
Apparently
own
that was-
jacuzzi.
Yeah, that
with
was.
your gas.
Yeah, well, nobody would know. And then you just
So
blame
you
the cows.
propel, You propel the jacuzzi with farts, like in
Yeah.
Lion King, like with Timon and Pumbaa?
Exactly.
Simone was doing his walking daily after eating bugs.
More bubbles in the jacuzzi.
More bubbles in the
More
jacuzzi.
bubble.
Okay, so but my question is, how is that a climate change fun fact?
Exactly.
Can you imagine? But farting, I don't know. Now Rachel told us that no.
The farting
doesn't
doesn't
have
cause-
anything to do with
Farting's
climate
gas.
change.
Rachel debunked Jairic's fun fact.
Yes.
Damn.
For climate change, you're welcome.
Maybe I missed it. What was the connection between farting and glucose level?
Oh, that's improved. That decreased actually.
There
the
is no-
glucose level.
There was no,
Seriously?
but
Farting?
the farting wasn't the connection. It
I'm
was
joking,
the
I'm
exercise.
joking.
The
It's the
exercise.
exercise.
I'm learning.
uptakes
Okay,
I
of
think-
course,
I think
exercising,
it's
yes,
the-
but
I
fart.
think it's the exercise, and indirectly, if you have gas, obviously you are going to activate your
It helps.
And then
stomach,
fart.
and you're going to activate your colon, and obviously you're going to fart.
If you eat,
Yeah.
you eat and you're always getting bloated after you eat, it's because you're not farting.
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's my connection.
Yes.
If you are farting,
Yes.
you are a happier person because you don't have this
Yes.
discomfort.
But you're
Exactly.
And so
contributing
you're
towards climate
more-
change.
But you're more relaxed and
Yeah.
you're not as stressed.
So
and
you
so you can
allow the climate
Save
change
the
sad
puffins.
facts to be whatever.
No.
Is
So
that-
you can think more positively. And no, I got it. So you're walking and you're not driving your car, and that's better for climate change.
There we
Yes.
go. The dots have been connected.
Yay.
So thanks for joining us today on our journey through the bright side of climate science. We hope that these stories have left you inspired, knowing that positive change is not only possible, but is already happening. The fight against climate change is far from lost, so keep spreading the word about the incredible innovations and actions, big or small, that contribute to a healthier planet and a brighter future.
And a healthier GI tract, apparently.
Be sure to tune in next time for more fascinating conversations with experts who are shaping our world. Until then,
Expert.
stay curious, stay hopeful, and remember,
Science has an accent.